there guys, and of course welcome yourselves back in for yet another one with us, the Review Bros. Aaron, you watching of course on yet again another pre-workout review. And not just any pre-workout review, we've got the very well renowned and hyped pre-workout. The newest iteration at that, it's Hooligan by of course the guys at APOLLON Nutrition. We've got them to thank for sending it on down. Now we're going to be breaking it down into the usual components today. Its taste, its price, its label, and of course really the ultimate thing we look for, its effects in the gym, in the real world, forgetting all the marketing that goes behind it, forgetting the formulation, everything behind it. We're going to show you what this can do, this baby. And all we ask in return from you is please, of course, a thumbs up, any comments you have down below, and a subscription to our channel. It helps us out to keep helping you out. Is this going to really make you a hooligan in the gym? Let's find out. Okay, so we of course now move into our first segment of any review. It's the taste and it's the mixability of the product. And I can see it comes in 3 different flavours on the website. It comes in the flavour we've got for the sake of today's review, which is Peach Bellini. It also comes in Strawberry Margarita, and it comes in Blackberry Mojito. So they're all alcoholic drink flavours, and you know what? We've got no complaints with that. I'm not too sure if you do, but at least you get that 3 choices on the market. We often say with these pre-workouts, you've got to have more than one choice, then you can choose something you at least stand a chance at liking. Now, I've always liked peach type flavours in pre-workouts, generally speaking, and I've obviously used Fuzzy Navel, which is a Hooligan V5, I want to say, flavour. I enjoyed that. Now, this is important, guys. A scoop, right, weighs in at a massive 40.7 grams. It's one of the it's more than a protein scoop for a pre-workout, guys. This thing is absolutely loaded, and we're jumping in of course at the deep end here. It all goes in. We ain't no 20 gram serving guys round here. So let's get this lid on and see what she tastes like. Now what I will say is I've used it before. I used it for a couple of days now, and today's going to be my 3rd. Mixability is fine. It's surprisingly good, actually, considering you're getting a 40 gram serving. As with any pre-workout at the bottom, just as you get into that last 50 mil, bang, neck it back, and you've got no problems. I was really expecting a bit more of a problem, but there's none. There's honestly none. So let's get this Peach Bellini down. Let's see what she can do. It is nice. It is nice. It actually just does honestly remind me of the Fuzzy Navel. It's really nice. I wouldn't say, I'd just be honest with you guys and say it's just a peach flavour. There's no Bellini, and I'm not even too sure what Bellini even is, to be honest with you. I know what Mojito is and I know what a Margarita is. I'm just thinking that they all taste like their primary flavours here. I'm guessing. I reckon the Strawberry Margarita just tastes like strawberry. I reckon the Blackberry Mojito tastes like blackberry. This tastes like peach. I've got no complaints, actually. No chemical aftertaste, no nastiness. It's nice and sweet. What would I give it out of 10? Honest score, 8.5 out of 10. It's a very good effort. And what's stacked inside it makes it even more of a good job that they've done here. So let's get into the pricing point right now for you. And we now land at the pricing segment of this pre-workout. Now, APOLLON Nutrition, there's no hiding this. They're known for producing absolutely stacked formulas, top tier supplements. You know, they've won Brand of the Year a few years in a row now, and there's no real surprise behind that. They do a lot of products in all areas of supplementation, not just pre-workouts. You've got protein, sleep aids, muscle builders, EAAs, everything basically, and they do them to the top level. So they're an expensive brand as well as a result of that. You know, you're not going to get Ferrari performance cars at Ford prices, for example. That's obvious to us. Now, obviously this being the newest one, I think the old one was $59.95. This one is we expected, of course, it to go up in price. We're looking at a more stacked formulation. We're looking at some time on, and things do go up in price. However, they've kept it the same price, which is a thumbs up from us, of course. I don't know how they've actually managed to do that, to be very honest with you. So you can use our code RB15, and don't forget, Apollon Nutrition website is where you're going to find it, and they do ship to the UK now, so that's a massive thumbs up. It's something they were unable to do or found difficult to do in the past. They can do that now, and do check it out if you're elsewhere in the world. I'm sure they'll be able to sort you out something. No problems now with Apollon Nutrition. They're breaking through those postage barriers. So, like I said, you head on over, RB15, knocks off 15%, and you can actually get the product now for $50.95. Now, it is a 40 or 20 serving container. As I'm going to mention in a little bit in the label section, honestly, you can get away with 40 serves from this, but we've got to stay consistent with this. Maximum serving, maximum dosage, therefore it will come in at $2.55 per go. UK guys, for the sake of a pure translation across, it will cost us £1.95 per go, per maximum serving. Now, on our consistent pricing scale, where a 5 out of 10 is average, it does cost a 3.5 out of 10. So it is more expensive than your average pre-workout. But, genuinely, hand on heart, I thought this was going to be coming in at a 1 or a 1.5. I actually think that where they've kept the price point the same, it's got better compared to some other pre-workouts that are now even more expensive than this, but less stacked than this. Consider a 3.5 out of 10 to me on this product is a massive thumbs up. I genuinely thought it would be a 1 or a 1.5 or even lower than that. Genuinely, a 3.5 out of 10 for this type of product, I think is very, very good. Now let's move into that label, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Okay, so we're into the label of the newest iteration of Hooligan by, of course, Apollon Nutrition. And it's a stacked label, guys. We're looking at a 40.7 gram scoop here. And I'm going to be reading by the maximum serving amount. So be prepared for some big numbers. So we start off, obviously we're looking at the top. We're looking at vitamins, electrolytes, general bodily function, athletic performance, energy, natural health stuff. Nothing too exciting towards a pre-workout label, but of course we'll take it on board anyway. So we get into the real bit of the label now, starting us off with L-citrulline pure, 10 grams, which is a mega dose. You know, that's the highest dose we've seen in the Apollon Nutrition range to my memory. Definitely in Hooligan, it's really upper end for nitric oxide production in the body, leading to pumps. We got beta-alanine at 6,400 milligrams. That's double the typical amount you'll see in a pre-workout, and that's why you could actually probably get away with half a scoop here. That's going to give you that beta tingle, that paresthesia feel, the itchy tingle feel as most people know it as the pre-workout kicks in. And of course, once you've built it up in the system, it's going to take, you're going to give some endurance-based benefits. Now, normally at 3.2 grams, you need to take it for like 179 days to start yielding that endurance-based benefit. Obviously, we're doubling the dosage here, so I can only imagine that buffer then for cuts in half. So you'll be looking at a 90-day period. Really quick math. Anyway, betaine anhydrous, again, double what we normally see, 5 grams. Jack of all trade, this one. Endurance benefits, athletic performance, hydration benefits, pumps, and it's even been shown to help with nootropic aid, focus benefits. Jack of all trade, like I mentioned. We got arginine nitrate at a mega 4,200 milligrams. It's going to boost nitric oxide levels up through the roof as a nitrate source, instantaneous nitric oxide within the bloodstream, vascularity, vasodilation, nutrient delivery, water delivery, and of course pumps in the gym. We look at taurine at 3 grams, 3 times the normal. Amino acids responsible for natural energy production, hydration, electrolyte balance, athletic performance as such. Even again, more focused benefits here. L-tyrosine, 3 grams, again 3 times what we typically see here. The amino acid responsible for cognition, clarity, concentration, getting you in the zone, and it's even been shown to help with boosting your mood. We've got alpha GPC at 800 milligrams, again a mega dosage, going to work with the L-tyrosine there actually for more brain awakening function, getting you in the zone in the gym, really dialing you in on your training session at hand. We next move into theobromine at a mega dose, 600 milligrams. I don't think I've seen it that high before. I've seen it at 500 once or twice. It's in there for energy production. It's in there for some thermogenic effect. It's in there for mood boosting properties. We'll take it. Obviously, it's going to give us more stimulation here. We've got Himalayan pink salt at 500 milligrams, a good dosage again for athletic performance, strength output, muscular contraction here, and even some pumps via water hyperhydration. We've got caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams. That's not to be sniffed at, that dosage. It's of course 3.5 cups worth of coffee, energy and stimulation. We've got decaffeine malate yielding another 150 milligrams of caffeine here. That's a slow absorbing form of caffeine, going to help towards the end of your training session to keep you energized. We've got next up Senactive, 100 milligrams. I like this one. It's obviously a blend of those two ingredients written right there. It's there for endurance, strength, muscle resistance, and it's even been shown to lower inflammation as a result, therefore helping with recovery time and just general athletic performance. So it can, and also it's even been shown to help build muscle tissue. So you've got those benefits that you would normally see a negative to, but you're actually getting a recovery element here as well. So we're getting a double twist and a double thumbs up from us. And we've got estrogen wrapping off this label, really important I think, 50 milligrams for absorption of these ingredients, very important in that 30-minute window. And when you're talking 40 grams of material, you need to damn well digest a lot here. Let's see what she does in the real world. I'm really excited. Not any holes here whatsoever. Okay, we are landing at the primary segment of any review. It's the effects of this one. Hooligan, the newest iteration, and they've been through a lot of iterations now. They really are upgrading things, but of course we forget the hype, we forget the marketing, we forget the label. We talk now real world results, and sometimes with pre-workouts you can have the most shiny looking diamond and they can just fall flat on their faces when you put them to the test. I've been putting this one to the test for the previous 3 days, including obviously today, and I'm back to tell you exactly what it does. And what I'll start off by saying, I am jumping in the deep end here, it's the real deal. No one's surprised at that statement. We're not surprised at that statement. Hooligan has been a fantastic pre-workout since we very first started this channel. I think it was already on version, I really can't remember, 3 or 4. I don't think we was ever lucky enough to try the very first Hooligan pre-workout. Each and every time they've stacked their formulations up, and with a lot of pre-workouts out there, more isn't always merrier. We've seen pre-workout scoops that weigh 5 grams that do really well. We're looking at a 40 gram scoop now, and we're, like I mentioned before, with the previous few versions that we've reviewed, we've always been blown away by how effective they are. They've always then gone on to put more into the formulation, and we've always been like, how can it honestly get better? But they hit the nail on the head, and it really does in the real world. You don't realise this until you actually use the next pre-workout, because you're already like, how can it be better than the previous one? Now, I want to start at the beginning of the journey. So on the first day I took just half a scoop. I was a bit worried about going in maximum serving. You know, at a full scoop, there's no getting around this statement. It's a stim junkie product. It's a hard hitting, high caffeinated energy bomb. At half a scoop, I would say it is really sweet. A nice, sorry to say this, but a daily driver feel. Strong energy, really good pumps. Beta-alanine still coming in at that clinical dosage, so giving you that full effect of beta-alanine tingles. I really liked it. It was really nice. The pumps were good, focus was good. It's one of these, look at the back of the formula, and in absolute truth, it can be used at half a serve and you'll still be getting clinical dosage. It's really good. I then stepped it up, of course I did. I went in the last 2 days at a full scoop, including you've just seen my taste segment there. I chucked a full one in. It is something that blows your mind. It's not, it's a very, I've said this before, I actually remember version 5 quite well. It was like 700 caffeine all in, or 630, 650, 700. It was above 600, I can tell you that much for 100% certainty. I was surprised then how smooth it was. It didn't feel like you'd taken 600 caffeine. To anyone that's new to pre-workouts, or even people that have used pre-workouts, let's be real. When you think 600 caffeine, you think your heart's exploded. On the spot, you're dying. It's heart attack town. But it was a very, very, very smooth pre-workout at that level. Don't get me wrong. It was high octane, high energy, but it came up so smoothly and it worked with you in training. This is a very similar experience in terms of energy. Energy is no doubt, on my mind, a 10 out of 10. It's really good. It's top tier. It's consistent and it keeps on giving. Leg day, at the end of your session, you've killed it. This was me yesterday. It is a powerhouse of energy. You want to keep going and you want to keep going. It's a genuine pre-workout where I feel like I could do leg day and I could move straight into back day and I could carry on going through it. Your productivity is off the charts. After training, driving home, doing whatever it is you want to get done, you are energized to do it. Obviously, that leaves you with a bit of sleep deprivation if you take it close to bedtime, or within like 6 hours at least, 7 hours, 8 hours, because it does keep ticking. A focus, really good again. Dialed in, on the ball. It's not a euphoric pre-workout. It's not a highness pre-workout. It's not a DMHA, DMA, euphoric, illicit type feel. But you are dialed in as you're going to get on a non-illicit pre-workout. That's really important. But it's still fantastic. You are still absolutely dialed in. And you have to, like I said, force yourself out of the gym at the end. And it keeps you productive afterwards if you're going shopping, if you're doing housework, if you're going to your work, if you're doing studying, if you want to keep doing stuff. It's really good. It's quite a happy pre-workout, quite a mood elevating one. It's one of those ones you're on the way to the gym, you want to make phone calls to people and crack on with productivity. I was ringing people about work on the way to the gym because everything felt right. Everything felt like I'm going to get this ticked, tick, tick, tick. It's almost like you're cracking through a checklist. It's quite an experience actually. Now, for me, the shining star of this pre-workout, believe it or not, after the energy was already a 10 out of 10, the pumps are outstanding. They're outstanding on half a scoop. They're outstanding on a full scoop. Like, genuinely, for me, it's going to sound so funny, but for me, the pumps were even better than Hooligan Bare Knuckle. I think that's probably because of the energy, the heart rate, the blood pressure, the blood forced around the body in that stimulated state. I just feel absolutely pumped beyond belief. Now, there's no actual real negatives to this pre-workout other than perhaps that sleep deprivation I mentioned. It's a bodybuilding, productive, mature type pre-workout as well at the same time. Now, there's no appetite suppression. That's a thumbs up for me. There's no crash. It's energy for the rest of the day, but a nice smooth up, smooth down. It's a real train of energy. There's no nausea, no sickness, no digestive issues. There's no cold sweats, no sweating in the gym, no thermogenic feels. Personally for me, I like that. I don't like that necessarily, that feel in the gym. It's a really good pre-workout. It's like a Stim Junkie and Daily Driver forced together. It really has got no holes. They have somehow done it again. They have formulated something special here. well worth that price point. And I'm being hand on heart genuine. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. Not much more can be said than that, other than do check it on out. Don't forget, now they do UK shipping as well for us UK guys. Fantastic product. Not for beginners. It's unless you for beginners, don't get me wrong, I reckon you could do quarter of a scoop for beginners. It's a very versatile pre-workout. Just depends how much of a scoop you want to take. Do you want to be extreme, daily, beginner? It's actually genuinely suitable for everyone. You just got to amend the dosage. Quite simple as that. Thank you for watching. Well done, APOLLON Nutrition. Get yourself a hooligan right now. And as always, stay stimmed. Cheers for watching.